Hello Pisces, this is Victoria and I'm here with your May tarot forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your love life, at your career and workspace, and we'll get you guidance on how to best utilize the energies of the month of May. At the end, we'll pull some messages from a person of interest to yourself, and we will begin with a quick oracle message. So let's get going. This readings of the Sun, Moon, and Rising Pisces. So if you're watching these for your sun sign, please check out videos for other placements as well. Yes, this means that I've got all of my decks out now. I'm back in business and actually have gotten a few new decks as well. So definitely, if you enjoyed the video, make sure that, first of all, that you hit like, that you continue supporting me so I can continue making these readings for free. And also, if you're new, subscribe to the channel. So, Pisces, your message is be magnetized. Oh, it's beautiful. You can get magnetized to that card, to that artwork, can't you? This is the Cosmic Dancer Oracle, by the way, if anyone's interested. Wow, this is so interesting. I wonder, I'm not gonna read the whole message from the guide, but I want to see what they're trying to tell us here. The magnetic desire you feel is divine in nature. The energy of attraction towards a past person, hobby, place, practice, culture, something else is what propels and perpetuates your growth and expansion. This card asks you to pay close attention to what you are naturally drawn toward and then to move fearlessly in that direction. The magnetism you feel is a cosmic message that something beautiful is awaiting your discovery. Yeah, so this is like that response to the call, to the passion, to what feels attractive, what feels interesting, what are you curious about, even if it doesn't seem practical or understanding or not something that you would normally do, quote unquote. That's exactly what you should do. All right, now let's see. For your personal life and love life, you have the King of Fire. Could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. You have Five of Earth. You know why it's not, yeah, it's probably a little better. And the Ace of Water. New beginning in love, I like that. For your career space, you have the Empress. This is Taurus energy, you could be dealing with a Taurus. You have Nine of Fire. And Justice card, this is Libra energy. And finally, the advice from the universe is the Five of Air, the Four of Fire, and the Ten of Fire. Wow. Bottom of the deck, Temperance. Temptation. It's a Devil card in this deck, it's Temptation. Yeah, we're always tempted, whether it's to take a shorter route or to go with our coping mechanisms instead of, going with the good behavior or doing the right thing. Sometimes we are tempted to manipulate someone to get what we want, right? But yeah, the truth is, and I see this fiery energy here, it can be tempting to just burn things if they aren't working, figuratively speaking, hopefully. But don't go with it. It's a moment of weakness. Sit with it, sleep on it, you'll see it's gonna transform. And if anything, the answer during this time is to go for what you're passionate about or what you want to do more of, not pay too much attention to what you don't want to be seeing or doing or witnessing. So for your career, for your personal space, you have the King of Fire, the Five of Earth, and the Ace of Cups. There's some kind of change that's happening, maybe thanks to this fire sign. Maybe it's the fire within you that's getting you to the place of wisdom and healing some kind of old wound of unfairness, of being left out in the cold, maybe being dumped, being somehow treated unfairly in a relationship, right? You are choosing to accept that and to leave that behind you. You are choosing to still believe in the open heart. Look at that big heart here. And be a big, I want to say bigger man because that's the saying, but a bigger person, right? Doesn't even matter, right? So, but this is, the things are changing around, and it opens up the door to new love or to a new phase in love, however you want to look at it, whether it's a new relationship or maybe you're seeing opportunities now where before maybe it was mostly triggers of something old that comes up where you feel insecure that, okay, if this person, I don't know, doesn't tell you where they go every night, then there's a good chance that they're cheating on you. Something along those lines, you know, that's not technically something terrible that they've done, but it brings out that insecurity in you. And now you're choosing to trust, like, for example, in that example that I gave you, choosing to trust and choosing to focus on love and the, you know, the kindness and generosity and care that you have in a relationship. And it helps you heal that for good, not just pretend like everything's okay, which is also a very important distinction. Now, for your career space, you have the Empress, the Nine of Fire, and Justice. Two major arcanas here. Wow. Something's coming around for you, some kind of opportunity that either you had on your mind, you dreamed about it for a while, or it's something that you never thought you will get a chance to do. Some kind of, it's either very creative or it's like a very much more senior role, so to speak, a senior position, project, a big opportunity. And everyone knows that you are up to the task, that you are going to be in this Empress self, you know, bringing in your creativity, innovation, and expertise, and, you know, being the most important ingredient in the success of the project, right? But now it's also important for you to stop being afraid that something's gonna go wrong, that, you know, whatever you're judging yourself for, that's gonna come out, right? You know, the big judgment is happening with the law of karma, with the law of reciprocity, and the divine in general. You don't need to add your own judgment to that, right? If anything, this is to focus, this is the time to focus on creativity and what would you do if you had all the money in the world, all the resources in the world. How would you execute this? How would you bring it to life, right? That's the Empress vision, right? Of like, anything is possible. I can make it happen. I have that in, you know, within my authority. And once you have that belief and that vision, you'll see how things are going to start coming around. And, you know, even if it didn't seem possible when you were envisioning it, it will be possible. You'll see that it suddenly becomes a reality. That's what I'm trying to say. Another 5 here for you was the advice. 5 of air, 4 of fire, and 10 of fire. There are opportunities for either losing yourself in the coulda, woulda, shoulda, or a possibility to move out from disbelief and from some kind of pretending in the surrounding, whatever that could be. This is a collective reading, so I can go into all of it, right? You can go out of that go away from it and get into a true partnership, a true connection. It could be a personal connection, it could be a professional connection, right? But it's very much dependent on you at this time, Pisces. Depends on whether you give yourself permission to get out of your own way. And of course, depends on the frequency, the vibration that you're taking on when you're doing this. If you're more in the scarcity mentality, you're shielding yourself, you're trying to protect yourself from certain things happening again, right? Then that will keep you in that loop, in that cycle. if you're willing to leave that behind, look at that beautiful burn ritual. We have full moon in, is it Sagittarius? Yes, full moon in Sagittarius on the 31st of May. Sagittarius is a fire sign, so I highly recommend doing some kind of burn ritual for things that you want to leave behind, or some of the insecurities maybe that you have. Burn that and turn a new chapter. That's really the best way to open the doors to new love, to new project, to new possibilities in general. Okay, so messages for Pisces from their person of interest. We see 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, and the Star. And the 5s continue. They also have 5 of Pentacles, which is telling me that this person has also been hurt and has also felt, whether it's in this relationship or somewhere else, that they are alone, even when they were in a relationship, that they are not seen, that they are not cared for, somehow their needs were not met, right? And that pain exists and it needs healing. And now is the time when your person is turning that page to stop feeling sorry, both for themselves and maybe even for the, for the past time, for the hopes and dreams that they had that were crushed somehow, that never happened, right? And now there's this weight of reality going in, but also it allows, once you start accepting and feeling the feelings, you can then transmute them, and you can then come out stronger and understand better what is it that you actually want. And that's what is happening for them at this time, right? And it could be for all kinds of reasons. And again, it doesn't have to be that they felt all these things with you. Like the sorrow, the crushing of dreams, but something in your dynamic is bringing that to the surface, right? But instead of ruminating and continue to suffer because of it, they're choosing to leave that behind and to find peace, right? And to make something better of their next relationship, not to just be in a protective mode, but create something that they can feel good in, they can be happy, and they can see that potential with you. So things are likely going to change. They're changing for them, and that means most likely going to change for the both of you. You have 2 5s in your read, and they have 2 5s. So big time of transformation, and it's always scary but also exciting to see what's going to happen on the other side, and what's that alignment going to look like. So you may need to rediscover that for yourselves, maybe even do a brainstorming session together, who knows, as long as you keep an open mind. Sky's the limit. Okay, I hope this was good for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I love you all, and until next time,